Let's be real. Do you ever feel like you're just drowning in marketing tasks? You've got the research, the data, the creative, the execution. It is a lot. Well, what if you could build your very own AI-powered assistant to handle all that heavy lifting? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. We're going to show you how to use Google's latest AI stack to completely transform your workflow. And if you want to go even deeper, our friend Coach BK Han has an incredible masterclass on this very topic.
Okay, let's start right here, because this quote is everything. It hits on a huge point. The tools are always going to change, right? New models, new features, they pop up constantly. But the methodology, that's your foundation. It's about building a solid, repeatable framework for getting results. It's not about chasing the latest shiny object. It's about knowing how to think and how to build no matter what tool you're using.
So here's how we're going to frame our thinking today. We're building an AI assistant team, and we're going to create 4 key roles. Now, this isn't about replacing anyone on your team, not at all. It's about AI plus human. You should think of these as powerful assistants that can handle, say, 80% of the tactical work, which frees you and your team up to focus on what really matters: high-impact strategy.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to meet the whole team. Then, we'll see how the strategist and the analyst handle all that foundational research and performance data. After that, we'll get to the fun stuff and unleash our AI creative powerhouse. And finally, we'll see how the builder turns all of this into automated, repeatable systems that just work. All right, let's kick things off with our first 2 team members, the strategist and the analyst. These 2 are the absolute bedrock of our AI team. And why is that? Well, because without a rock-solid strategy and a crystal-clear understanding of the data, even the most brilliant creative campaign is going to fall flat on its face. So let's see how they work together to really set us up for success.
The AI strategist workflow is just pure efficiency. It all starts with Gemini doing that deep research dive. And what's cool is you can upload your own files to ground all that research in your actual business reality. Then, all that info gets pulled into Notebook LM, creating this one single source of truth that has everything in one place. And the final step? You just ask Gemini to turn that strategy doc into a presentation outline, and boom, export it right into Google Slides, a ready-to-present deck in minutes. It's amazing.
Okay, so we have this brilliant strategy, but a plan is really just a theory, right? It's nothing until you can measure what's actually happening out there in the real world. And for that, we need to bring in our second team member, the AI data analyst.
And this really shows the 2 sides of the data coin. On one hand, you can use Notebook LM to just dig into the raw numbers. I mean, you can import multiple Google Sheets and cross-reference them with your strategy docs to find those hidden connections. But on the other hand, you can feed a super messy data set into Gemini and ask it to build a compelling, interactive dashboard. It literally transforms raw numbers into a story you can actually share with your team.
All right, so with a solid strategy in place and a clear picture of our data, we are ready to bring our ideas to life. It is time to unleash our AI creative powerhouse and turn all those insights into a campaign that's really going to connect with our audience. Knowing which tool to use and when is absolutely crucial here. Think of Mixboard as your digital whiteboard for just vibing out those initial campaign concepts. Whisk is more like your digital art director. You can literally create the perfect product shot from just a text prompt. Pulatelli is your social media specialist, churning out on-brand graphics. For video, Google's VO model is unreal. It can create these stunningly realistic marketing clips from a simple sentence. And of course, you can train Gemini on your specific brand voice to handle all the copywriting. If you want to master these, by the way, Coach BK Han's course is the place to do it.
But hold on a second. As we get all excited about this incredible creative toolkit, there's a really important piece of data we have to talk about. A report from HubSpot and SurveyMonkey found something pretty surprising. It turns out that only 24% of consumers actually like seeing AI used in marketing.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important question for any marketer working today. With all of this incredible power at our fingertips, how do we use it responsibly and maintain that vital trust with our audience?
You know, that same HubSpot report had some fascinating insights. Get this, 84% of consumers actually want to know when brands are using AI. So it's not about hiding the tech, it's about being transparent. The real key here is to find that perfect balance between powerful automation and the authentic, human-led interaction that your customers are looking for. So we've covered strategy, data, and creative. But how do we pull it all together in a way that's both super efficient and authentic? Well, that's where our final team member comes in. Meet the AI builder. This is the role that helps us create scalable, repeatable systems that still feel human.
The first tool in our Builder's Toolkit is Google Opal. The best way to think about it is like a no-code assembly line for your marketing workflows. You could build a multi-step process, say a content campaign generator, that takes a keyword and an audience's input, and then outputs a full content brief, a blog outline, and even visual concepts, all in one go.
But what happens when you need something a little more sophisticated than just a workflow? That's where Google AI Studio comes in. It's designed for marketers, not just developers, to build custom tools. Imagine a campaign brief generator that turns a single product photo into 3 totally distinct campaign concepts, complete with a pitch deck you can download. And the best part? You can deploy it as a real app for your team with just one click.
So, if you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. The goal is not to use every single shiny new AI tool that comes out. The real goal is to look at your own team's needs first, and then thoughtfully build an AI-assisted team that plugs in exactly where it can add the most value to what you're already doing.
And that leaves us with one final question for you. We've laid out the entire framework for your new AI marketing team: the strategist, the analyst, the creative, and the builder. They're ready to get to work. So what problem are you going to have them solve first? If you're looking for inspiration, you should definitely check out Coach BK Han for some advanced ideas on where to begin.